In this video, we'll walk through how to install CloudDaddy Secure Backup from the AWS Marketplace. You can install CloudDaddy Secure Backup from the CloudDaddy website or directly from the AWS Marketplace. You should visit the CloudDaddy website to review product features and pricing in determining which product edition suits your enterprise's needs the best. Open your browser and go to the CloudDaddy website. Click on Pricing from the main menu, where you can review product features and pricing for each of the product editions, including Free, Basic, SMB, Enterprise, Custom, as well as enable a free trial before making any purchase decision. Clicking on any of the Buy Now buttons or Start Free Trial button from the CloudDaddy website will take you directly to the appropriate product edition on the AWS Marketplace. If you aren't already signed into the AWS Marketplace, you will need to sign in first before being able to subscribe to any of the product listings. After you've signed into the AWS Marketplace, you can click the Continue to Subscribe button at the top of any product listing to begin the installation process. You can also install CloudDaddy Secure Backup directly from the AWS Marketplace. Open your browser and go to the AWS Marketplace. Click Sign In and then type in your AWS credentials when prompted. After you've signed into the AWS Marketplace, search for CloudDaddy to display all of the product listings. Select the product edition you want to install from the listings shown. You can click the Continue to Subscribe button at the top of any product listing to begin the installation process. In either case of whether you started from the CloudDaddy website or directly from the AWS Marketplace, the installation will be the same after you've signed into the AWS Marketplace and selected your product listing. Click the Continue to Subscribe button at the top of the listing. You can review the end user license agreement as well as pricing, and when ready, click the Accept Terms button. The subscription to the product will take a few minutes for AWS to process, and when prompted, click on the Continue to Configuration button. The fulfillment option, software version, and region will be displayed. Accept the defaults and click the Continue to Launch button. You'll be prompted to choose action. Select the Launch CloudFormation option from the drop-down menu. The Launch button will then appear for you to click on. Click on the Launch button to proceed to the next step. You'll be prompted to create a CloudFormation stack. Accept all of the defaults and click on the Next button. You'll next need to give the stack a name. Type in CloudDaddy with no spaces, since they're not allowed here. You'll then need to specify an IP address or IP address range in CIDR format, which defines who exactly can RDP into the CloudDaddy instance. You'll then have to select a key pair, and then select the ref VPC ID, and finally select the subnet ID. Click on the Next button on the bottom right of the screen to continue. You'll be presented with the options screen, and you can simply accept the defaults and click on the Next button on the bottom right of the screen. You'll be presented with a review screen where you can review the information, and when ready, check off the box for I acknowledge that AWS CloudFormation might create IAM resources. And finally, click on the Create button on the bottom right of the screen. If you do not check off the box, or forget to check off the box, you'll get an error at the top center of the screen about a stack creation error requires capability IAM. Simply check the box for I acknowledge that AWS CloudFormation might create IAM resources, and finally click on the Create button on the bottom right of the screen to clear this error. You'll then be taken to the CloudFormation Stacks page where you can see the new stack creation in progress. The new stack should appear, but if it doesn't, hit the refresh button on the upper left of the screen. This process not only creates the template, but also goes off and creates the Amazon EC2 instance, which will ultimately become your AWS CloudDaddy Secure Backup instance. After the status has changed to Create Complete, we can proceed to the next step. Click on Services in the upper left of the screen, and then click on EC2. Within the Resources tab, then click on Running Instances, and you'll be able to see your newly created and running instance of CloudDaddy Secure Backup. You may have to wait for your instance to complete the initialization and display a status of running. You can expand the description box to display more information on the screen. When the status displays the instance is running, We will need two pieces of information. First, we will need the public IP address, which is contained on the right side of the description dialog of IPv4 public IP. Please copy it to the clipboard and also make note of this IP, since you'll be using it in the future to access the CloudDaddy Secure Backup instance. We'll also be needing the instance ID, which is contained on the left side of the description dialog box. Please make a note of the instance ID. Open an additional tab on your browser and enter the IP address you copied to the clipboard, or enter the IP address manually. Enter https:// at the start of the IP address. Initially, you'll get a message that your connection is not private, but you can ignore it and click on Advanced, and then proceed to connecting to the IP address. Please be patient and wait about 30 seconds or so for the initial registration screen to display. Once it displays, you'll need the instance ID to be entered that you had previously recorded from the AWS Management Console. You can switch browser tabs to the Management Console, copy it, and then switch tabs back and paste it in, and check the box that you have read and accept the license agreement, and then click on the Next button. You'll need to enter a username, email address, password, and verify the password. You'll use these credentials in the future, so please make note of them. Click the Next button when done. Next, we can simply accept all of the defaults for the time zone, data volume, and capacity and click the Next button. On the next screen, you can supply an SSL certificate and password if desired, which will stop the security message from happening when you access the CloudDaddy instance in the future. If you don't have one, you can simply click the Next button. Finally, if prompted, enter your contact information and click on the Finish button. Please be patient and wait a few minutes as the registration process completes. When done, you'll be presented with the Login dialog. Log in normally with the username and password you had configured. Congratulations, you've completed the installation process for your CloudDaddy Secure Backup instance.